Hey guys, and welcome back to another round of Gax TV. I know it's ages ago since I've done my last English video, but today I'm in a really good mood to speak a bit in English and present you my results of the RTX 2080 Strix OC in an ASUS XG Station Pro. Station Pro. So it's an eGPU setup I have connected to my Dell XPS 15. It's the 9570 with the i7 8750H. So it's my daily driver, workstation powerhouse, and I love it. But the GTX 1050 Ti, which is inside of this little laptop, is just not enough to play literally any game in 4K. Yeah. The laptop is hooked up to my LG 5K panel. Just to let you know, the RTX 2080, in Germany at least, costs well over 800 bucks, yeah? Typically it's the price of 829 euros, so it's a freaking expensive GPU. It is obviously the best RTX 2080 on the market, so at some point ASUS definitely delivered an amazing GPU. And the XG Station Pro by itself costs already 350 bucks in the best case, so you're well over 1000 bucks with this setup. Yeah, so if you're going to put this thing into the XG Station Pro, you really have to get the performance you're expecting from it, because with this price tag it's already RTX 2080 Ti territory, so well overkill from the price. And at this point you literally could buy a desktop PC with an RTX 2070, and that's the point of this video. I want to find out if the RTX 2080 can sustain the performance of an RTX 2070. So an RTX 2080 eGPU versus an RTX 2070 desktop. I've done both benchmarks and I'm very curious about the performance you're getting with both of the setups. So stay tuned. I'm going to install the RTX 2080 inside the XG Station Pro and then going to benchmark through all of the games, all of them. Yeah, so that's the plan. I hope you're going to enjoy my video and yeah, have fun.
About progress, good things go slow. And I'm no saint. I fall and you pick me up again. Got your habits, got them too. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with you. Sinking in, and I guess I kinda like that. For the first time, you really got my back. Got your habits, got them too. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with you. Lose them with you, lose them with you. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with.
Nights just don't feel the same. Oh, back my life inside a car. Hit the button, drive real far. Put that record on me like. Oh, I'm dreaming of you. I dream of a new night. Fights in the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you. leave this town, cause lately I've been feeling down.
I couldn't agree that we were meant to be, but our love is what they talk about in movies. Our love is what they talk about, Yeah, we were wild and free, and you know everything about me. So wild and free, and you know everything about me. 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 Save me from myself. I really need your help. I'm going under. Save me from myself. All I really ever wonder is if I'm really going under. Yeah, we were wild and free, and you know everything about me. So wild and free, and you know everything about me.
Okay guys, at this point you already saw my results of the RTX 2080 Strix OC in the XG Station Pro. They are very interesting, especially if you're comparing the 4K with the 1080p results 1-to-1. You're going to see that especially with the 1080p results, you're losing so much performance. It's ridiculous, and if you're using your XG Station Pro on a 1080p monitor or with the integrated monitor of the laptop, you will not get the experience you're aiming for. It's not worth it. The RTX 2080 costs well over $600, around 600 to 800 bucks. So a lot of money for a single GPU. With the dedicated eGPU enclosure, the XG Station Pro, you're reaching well over 1,000 euros, and that's, like I already said, the 2080 Ti territory, so totally out of range. I would say it is not worth it to buy an eGPU with an RTX 2080 if you're using it for gaming purposes. Okay, if you have no other option, then the answer is clear. It's your only option. If you want something portable, if you want something very, very future-proof because you have an upgrade path in an eGPU, you can just simply switch the GPU in the future. But why should you switch in the future if the limitation is not the GPU by itself, it's Thunderbolt. It's the 4 lanes you're getting with Thunderbolt, and that's something you're not going to be able to switch in the future. And that's why I'm going to stick to my Dell XPS 15 to a simply workstation setup. I'm going to use it still for my video editing. It's my main system, if you like. It has 64 gigs of RAM and an i7 8750H, so very, very strong hardware. And even for esport titles and low graphics settings, the 1050 Ti is still rocking it. I've overclocked it quite a bit, so it's still performing very well. That's my decision. I'm going to build up my own desktop with an RTX 2070 or RX 5700, the first dedicated 7nm GPU by AMD. I'm really, really excited for Navi, and when it's going to launch, it will be roughly around the E3, but Nvidia will not stay still and watch them to release a 7nm GPU outperforming their RTX 2070. No, I don't think so. So we already saw the Nvidia Super something, whatever that is. It's going to be a Turing refresh. I'm like 99% sure that it's going to be a Turing refresh by Nvidia. I think they are going to remove the power limitations on the non-A chips, which are overclocking worse, and now they're going to unlock them, so the performance will spike, and so there will be no different A chips anymore, and that's, I think, the performance they're going to be competitive against the RX 5700, because we already saw FPS benchmarks and we already saw performance benchmarks on the Computex by AMD, and AMD claimed that they're reaching 10% better performance against the RTX 2070. Of course, in their specific environment, that might be true, but you always have to look at the situation like, why should they represent their products in a bad light? So they're especially choosing an environment and gaming environment which is optimized for AMD cards. So in the best case, we're going to look a one-to-one performance level of the RTX 2070 versus the RX 5700. There will be no 10% better or something like that. That's not something I can imagine at this moment of time, not with the small Navi chip. There will be a bigger and higher performance level of Navi in 2020, so quite some time between the release of those two cards, but Nvidia will counteract. They will do something, and especially with the GDDR6 and Samsung, we already see the performance levels you can increase by overclocking the Samsung GDDR6. At the moment of time, GDDR6, either from Micron or Samsung, is running at 14 gigabit per second, and you can easily overclock it to 15, 16 gigabit per second, and there is actually a 16 gigabit per second branded one by Samsung, and I think they're going to use it in upcoming cards, maybe those super cards, just to get a little bit more performance. We already saw that in the past, that Nvidia spec'd their cards with higher speed memory just to get performance increases in the same generation, and I think that's what we are going to see. They can lower the prices. I mean, the prices of the RTX cards, of Turing cards, are so overpriced by such a high margin. It's an easy move just by Nvidia to decrease the price by like $100. And they will still be profitable. I'm 100% sure that they will be still profitable, and that's something we're going to see. If AMD places their cards very low under the RTX cards, Nvidia will lower the prices of the RTX cards. That's what we are going to see, and that's why we not get any specific prices by AMD for their RX cards, because they are waiting. They are waiting still for the reaction of Nvidia on the E3, and then they will decide, okay, how much margin can we afford, how much can we lose actually on this product to be competitive against Nvidia, to be attractive at the market, you know? And those are things we're going to see. Of course, the RTX 2080 Ti will be the king of the hill, you know? There will be nothing better by AMD because they just can't deliver it. And the price will not change. Maybe the 2080 and 2070 will drop, or the performance will increase. Either way, there will be something. And I'm so excited of the RX 5700, so that will be content I'm going to compare against my results with the 2080 and the 2070 I've already benched. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed my performance benchmarks and my results. Maybe they were helpful for one of you. And at this point, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Leave your thumbs up and maybe even subscribe, so we're going to see us next time when I have to say gaming fitness, that's you see on GAX TV.